I used to worry if I didn't show how lovable I was, that I was never going to be able to find somebody to love me for me. And listen, after dating for a decade ish, I had gathered plenty of proof to show that that felt like a real possibility. I had spent so much time trying to convince someone that I was worthy when what I really needed to be doing was confirming that within myself. Because it was never really about finding someone to love me. It was really an open invitation for me to finally love myself. And that is when I learned what love felt like without performing. So, friend, pull up a chair and let's really get into it. So, let's talk about the good show because when the performance is good, it makes for a good show. And listen, performance is not always fake, it doesn't always stem from insecurity or even low self esteem. Sometimes a performance is really stemming from intelligence because somewhere along the way, you learn that putting yourself out there, showing up fully as you are, that would lead you to get rejected. And nobody wants to feel rejected. So we'll instead send our representative out there for us on our behalf. And your representative is the one who is easygoing and low maintenance because heaven forbid you actually have more than three things that you need or want. Or you were good and achieving. And the more that you achieved, the more love that you received. Or maybe you were just the one who was useful and helpful. And the more that you did seemed to give you even more love in return. So it was just natural that you learned that performing gave you the reward of being loved. And what we don't realize is happening at the same time is you are teaching yourself that if you perform, that performance is going to help you get the love that you're looking for, the love that you're seeking. And we don't even realize that that is the very thing, those same walls that you've built to protect yourself are the same walls that are blocking you from the real love that you are craving to receive. So, the thing about performance is yes, it keeps you connected, it keeps you wanted, but that same sense of safety that it's creating is also starving you all at the same time. So the performance, while it may be good and it is serving a purpose, it's still not helping you to reach that ultimate love of what you really, really, truly are yearning for. The other danger is our roles become who we are. It is so easy for the roles that we play to become an identity. Let anyone ask you, tell me about yourself. The first thing you start doing is naming your roles. You name what you do. We all do it. No one is ever like, you know what? I'm really intelligent. I'm super funny and I love people. Like, nobody really describes themselves that way. You're like, "I'm a wife, a mother." You know what I mean? We start going down the list because that is a much easier synopsis of who we are. But those are really just the roles that we play. That really doesn't tell me anything about the soul of a person or the heart of a person. So, it is super easy for us to start to align our identity with the roles that we play or the roles that we fulfill. And if you really are that person who is easygoing, low maintenance, or you're known as the strong one, if that is truly who you are, then that's beautiful. And it's amazing to be known as such. But if that's not really who you are, If someone has the impression that you're really easygoing, but really, you got standards, babe. And not just any regular schmegular standards, but you got the elite package of standards. But if you constantly downplay your standards so that it seems like you're super easygoing, over time, you start to become that. You start to believe that easygoing is really who you are. And slowly that starts to disconnect you from who you really are. And we see those disconnects show up when we start to feel off and you can't really explain why. Or suddenly this relationship, it's just not hitting right. It's not fulfilling you in the way that it once did when you were happy to serve the role. At some point, you start to feel like you've lost yourself. And that is really one of the biggest signs that you've just become disconnected from who you are. And it's very, very different to be playing a role that you've borrowed versus being rooted in who you truly are. Because when you are rooted in who you really are, that means you know who you are. You like and dare I even say, love who you are. And that is what drives your standards, your values, what you will and won't tolerate. When you know who you are, there's a certain confidence, a certain air about you that you don't play about you. And people are either with it or not. And you're going to be who you are, whether someone decides to stay or not, because you're fine either way. And those are two very different positions, excuse me, different positions to operate from. And listen, I know this all too well because I did it during my dating season. I wanted to be seen as the low maintenance girl who wasn't just all about, are we going to get married? So I would settle for, let's just get to know each other and see where this goes. Okay, but it's very different to date someone for the sake of seeing where this goes versus dating someone who does want to get to know you, but also on the path to get married. Those are two different dating positions. And for so long, I had just been trying to find somebody to fulfill the role. And that made it very difficult for me to actually connect with someone who had the same common goal in mind. It was two totally different dating paths. And it took me what seemed like a low key forever to figure that out because I kept running into this same cycle over and over and over again. And it took me too long to figure out why. But when my mom made her transition to heaven, I put a pause on my dating life because it was no longer about me trying to find love. It very much became about me trying to find me. And in my quest to figure out who I was without my mom physically here anymore, I fell in love with who I am. I really started to see myself fully through a new pair of lenses. And listen, they were better than these, even. But the more that I got to know myself, I was like, you know what? I like this girl. I love her. And in falling in love with myself, it really opened my eyes to my own value and my own worth. And with realizing just how short time is, I did not want to waste another moment of my life performing, pretending to be something that I wasn't, showing up and not fully being comfortable enough to show my full self and wondering why nobody was going to fall in love with me. It's hard for someone to fall in love with the full you when they never get to see who you fully are. So there it does take some courage, but it takes a beautiful foundation of self-love, because that same self-love is what invites others to reflect it back to you. And the people who really love you, they love you for all of who you are, flaws and all. They take the whole package. And when you are no longer afraid of showing all of the parts of yourself and not just the pieces, you really open yourself up to find real love and allow that to be a place that you can call home. So, I really invite you, friend, to take a look, take a little assessment and look around and see where in your life have you been performing? Where in your life have you not been showing up fully as yourself, fully owning what it is that you really desire? Because you think that if you downplay it or don't come off as a certain way, then it'll help you to get what you want, when really like attracts like. So you got to be it in order to receive it. And you can only receive it to the ability that you can give it to yourself first. So, friend, take a little pause for the cause and ask yourself, where have I been performing? And actually, I really want you to journal about that. Where have I been performing? Where have I not been showing up fully myself? And where can I love myself a little extra? So good. And in the meantime, meet me in the comments, friend, okay? And tell me one area of your life you've been performing instead of just being. I can't wait to hear about it, friend, because that area of your life, that is your invitation to start showing up fully as who you really are. Because guess what? Real love accepts you as is. Real love doesn't ask you to change. You don't have to settle. You don't have to shape shift yourself. You don't have to do none of that. Now, listen, I'm the high performance girly, okay? So I am all about growth. And yes, there are things that we do need to work on within ourselves in order for us to truly become that fullest expression of who we really are. That's the beauty of this life. And in order for you to do that, it does mean that there are some behaviors, there are some habits that we do need to change about ourselves, but that is in the interest of growth and fully becoming who you are meant to be, not changing yourself just for somebody to love you. Those are two very distinctly different places to be. So, friend, we can operate from the place of growth, but we will never operate anymore, okay? From the place of trying to get someone to love you. It's never a convincing game. It is you confirming. The most beautiful thing that I ever did for myself was building up my own self love. It was at that point that I really realized that in order for me to have the love that I really desired, I needed to have that for myself. I needed to no longer be trying to convince anybody of anything. Instead of me seeing my fullness as a weapon or seeing my fullness as something that would deter someone from falling in love with me, I started using my fullness as discernment to help me gauge when someone was for me and when they were not for me. So, friend, don't look at yourself as protecting yourself in the sense of never showing up fully and allowing someone the opportunity to get to know you in your fullness, but recognizing that if they don't see your value, they're just not for you. And there's nothing right or wrong with that. It just is. And it is up to you to decide if you want to continue to invest your time, your effort, your energy, your own special brew of tea into someone who does not recognize your full value. And I believe that your value gets hidden from those who it is not meant for. Okay. So, friend, discernment is key. It's not about deterring anyone from loving you. It is about using your fullness, allowing your wholeness to help you gauge, discern when someone is really for you. Oh, that's good. Okay, friend. I hope that you love this video just as much as I love making it for you. And listen, to know me is to know I love myself so much, I don't play about me. And if you hang out with me long enough, you will love yourself so much that you won't play about you either. Okay, friend? I can't wait to see you in the comments, and I will meet you in the next video tomorrow.